So, Con,
Yes. How's it going?
I'm understanding, looking around at all these engines.
There was an update. There was an update.
No,
an update.
see,
Railroads Online
see.
update. Hyce, you're missing the important point. We have truss bridges now, as you can see. Look at that. That's
yeah,
all you need to take from this update, Hyce. Just the truss bridge.
There's a truss bridge that's gigantic. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's all you need.
I was just commenting that I understand why you parked Betsy on the bumping post now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because she's
Betsy,
the only engine that's still on the tracks now.
Betsy lives here on the road. What I'm curious about mainly is, as you can see, most of the engines are in this sort of configuration where the tender seems to have plowed into the back of the engine, lifting it up. But for some reason, Montezuma yeeted its tender over here.
Exploded. It turned inside out and it exploded.
It went over here.
Okay?
Now, the real question, of course, is what happens if we get in and just turn it on? Can I even do that? Will it let me? Hold on a minute. I can't get in. It's a Holbro here.
That's a whistle. Okay.
Okay, hold on. Maybe I can. Oh no, I'm stuck. I can't. You know what? I'm just gonna pull the reg.
I have made Jiggle Physics Simulator 1895 by getting in the engine. So.
All right, I pulled the reg. It's full reverser, no brake. Okay. So none of this matters. What we're actually gonna do today is build our way to the coal mine.
Yeah. Again.
Yeah, again.
But we're different.
We're gonna do it up the valley, and we're gonna use a lot of the truss bridges because the truss bridges are what? What happened?
Oh my god. So this is probably not happening on your end, but
oh, you're over there. Hold on.
As all the rolling stock loads in, all of the Link Dunk sounds.
Oh no, I don't. No, it sounds good to me. I do like the new text position though for the rolling stock. I feel like, you know,
it's fine on my end.
It's lined up.
Yeah, it's actually lined up on my end.
Oh, can you pin me when I get there?
I can pin you. You are pinned.
All right, let's go. Let's give her the full set. I need some fire there, Mr. Coalman.
The beans. Okay. The Coalman.
Well, you know, you could be.
The man for the shovel.
See, that's. We should make a railroad adventure. Adventures of Mr. Coalman, the fireman, but his name is spelled like Coal. You know, just to confuse everything.
Yes.
And he goes by Mr. Cole or like Cole.
I can never remember the actual word in German, but the word in German for the fireman on the locomotive is the man with the shovel.
I have no sound.
You have lots of sound on my end. Actually, it reset my sound settings and the whistle's painfully loud.
Really? So I don't have any sound. What the heck do I? Oh, now I have sound. I just needed to go into the sound menu and then come out of the sound menu.
Interesting. It feels like the popcorning is worse on the client side.
Dude, it's worse on my side.
I'm gonna say that for sure.
Like you're talking about the train like jittering as it drives down the track, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting that same thing, and I'm the host. Like I'm getting it where the train goes forward, and then like it kind of like jerks back and jerks forward. That's weird.
It's a realistic simulation of American riding.
I don't know why that's
American Midwest.
I've literally never seen that before, like at all in this game.
We've either gotten to the rolling stock limit where it starts to do that, but it shouldn't do that for the host.
But why would it? We didn't change rolling stock from the last.
I guess we didn't. Yeah, so I guess
we haven't bought any more rolling
and they made
stock.
It worse.
Maybe it's because all our engines are actually like half underground, and the game is just freaking out trying to deal with that. We need to go around to literally think about it. Our helper station engines are probably under the ground too. You know.
That's fine. They can help themselves.
Class 48, the smelter's probably half underground. Yeah, we might have to go tweak all that.
I'm curious as to why that needed to be done, but I'm sure there's a reason for it.
Oh,
it's fine.
Oh, hold on.
Brakes.
Did
Did I get it? I did get it. I did. I did a leap. I leapt out of the cab and got the switch for you. Now let me get back in, please.
You're doing it.
Okay, I'm on.
You're good.
Yeah, so this is our Y.
We're
calling it the Y.
Yeah, we have to build some foundation under this part.
We'll get to it.
We'll get there. We haven't done that yet. It's kind of annoying that you can't. You used to be able to build bridges without the rail, and now you can't. And it's nicer to have the splines connected. Don't get me wrong, it makes track laying a lot easier when it's connected to the fill. But it would still be nice to be able to build bridges without the fill, because then we could cover that and make it look proper.
You could have a switch. I mean, switches on a bridge are not terribly common. But
no, but this is also
without
a game.
any way to manipulate the terrain. Like,
yeah.
It would be nice that it became an option. But goodness, this is actually... I didn't get to run over this after I built this. This is Hyce track, ladies and gents.
Yeah, it's actually pretty
and
good.
It's actually really pretty.
100-meter curves, too, so we should be able to send this. We are climbing right now a little bit, 2%.
2%, yeah.
So it's not too bad. But 100-meter curves, which is nice, so we'll be able to, easily pull full loads of rails and beams. And we have a Y there because part of the stuff that has to go to the coal mine has to come from the smelter. So you need to be able to come up from the smelter and also come from the lumber camp. So this is just a really nice line.
Right. Making a branch line off of a Y is almost always going to be more operationally flexible. And you have to get into kind of strange train operations to make it work otherwise if you don't. So we built it off of a Y, and it was a little challenging to get it to set up. And I mean, yeah, it's a little bit on a bridge, but...
Yeah, that's why that literally took us like an hour to figure out that crap. So that's why
that's why we did that ahead of time, because it was like, okay, this is going to take a long time. There's probably going to be a lot of less than choice language. So,
Yeah, and now we're here.
Fine. And we're here at the end of track.
And now the plan is to run from, if we pull out the map, to run from where we are here.
Follow the river.
All the way to there. And then that's it.
Almost the whole map.
The whole map.
That's
just great.
Fine.
That's wonderful.
So, which half do you want, Con? Do you want to start?
I'm gonna go to the coal mine, I think, and start working down, and then you can work
do that
up from here.
And I'm just gonna continue going this way.
And if we do this all perfectly, we should eventually just be able to golden spike the rail at some point.
Have the promontory summit moment. Yeah.
Yeah, and remember, it's very important that I'm gonna re-rail the Percy here, the green.
No, it's duck, isn't it? Duck.
Is it duck? Did we call it duck or Percy?
I think it's
duck. God, it is not. It's the crap duck, and it is definitely in the ground. That is
the in the ground crap duck.
A lot of people commented, they're like, I can't believe you guys got the Ruby Basin and then you haven't really used it as an engine because it's got so much power. And it's true. We should use it for some actual trips. But I just wanted to tell people it's because Hyce doesn't like the color scheme. So it's
yes, bus. The bus is firmly thrown my way. I see how it is.
Well, yeah, I mean, pretty much, right? Like, it's nice. We'll. Oh no! Oh no!
What?
Oh God!
What just happened, Con?
Not this crap again.
The railroad is crap, Con.
The railroad has crashed. The railroad.
That would explain why I couldn't have my spline.
Let me let you know.
I'm in
for
server
anybody
limbo.
bug reporting out there. The UE5 game has crashed with fatal error, and it just says fatal error ! Okay.
Fatality. Okay. I'm still here.
Yeah, I'm back.
I'm still here. There's the train. The Tweetsy just disappeared. Like nothing happened.
Yeah,
so
no, it's back.
Don't worry
it's back
about
at the freight depot. It's fine. We're just gonna build some track, and I'm gonna save a lot, and then. I mean, to be fair, most of the crashes seem to happen when I get in and out of a train. So maybe.
So don't run trains. Just build track.
We'll just build track and not run trains until.
And it'll be fine.
It'll be fine. This lead track here. We have this lead track off the coal mine that we were using. So I'm going to delete this lead track and have the lead track be the track that goes down at 2% to, where you're at, right?
Right, okay.
And then if we need to use it as a lead track, we can just run basically the main in the one direction versus the other. I am close to this waterfall.
Okay.
Close enough where, like,
probably fine.
The mist from the waterfall might touch the track.
It's just carry extra sand through there or something. It'll be fine.
God, I'm too high up. I'm too high up for the stupid. Oh no, I'm too high up for the supports of the steel bridge. I can't.
That's very tall.
Yeah, well, there's like, I'm going down this cliff here, and it's fine, and then right before the waterfall, there's like a huge drop-off to a valley, and then it goes back up to like the cliff on the other side, which is where I need to get, but I have to still bridge the valley,
Right.
So I might have to do probably some support stuff first, and then like some fake embankment stuff, and then delete it, and then I'll build some supports after the fact to see, like, we've done this before at that other valley we went over that was like, All right, so let's see what this does. Dude, this is awesome. Like this there's no way you would build a bridge this close to a waterfall. The foundation of this would just get absolutely eroded to like nothing.
Yeah, that's not far from ideal, I'd assume.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, come on now. Why won't you let me place that track? Oh, you stupid game.
It's mad at you, Con.
It doesn't like the fact that my foundation, like, I really wish that they changed it so that the steel bridge foundation would just extend indefinitely. You know, maybe
sky bridges.
maybe a few. Well, like we used to be able to build sky bridges. You remember when at first you could just build SkyTrack everywhere? And I understand it's not
Right.
realistic, but like, who cares? Let the players make it look realistic. You know?
Right. If somebody really wants to do it that way.
Right. Because at the end of the day, I can
that's
still
a
build. I can still build SkyTrack. I just got to build all the foundation first, and then delete it all, and voila, SkyTrack. You know? So
Right.
it's just adding an extra step when it's. I would like to be able to build this bridge without having to rebuild the foundation over and over again.
All right, Con. I'm a little further up the valley. You know, maybe.
How far are you? Oh,
almost,
you know what? You're actually
almost halfway.
You're making
almost
way
halfway.
better progress than I am.
You've got the harder end of the stick, which is why I'm happy that you're over there.
Yeah,
'cause
I've
I'm
had to
not that
wrap
good with
around
track.
this mountain. I finally figured out that bridge that was jank, so you know, I
good.
built enough foundation to support it, and then I deleted the foundation after the fact, and I'm not even joking, I'm off by like 2 feet. Like if my trusses were
fine.
2 feet longer, it would be fine. So I'm not gonna cover it up because I don't think anybody will even notice that the supports don't touch the ground. And you know, that's just the reality of railroading in the 1800s. Sometimes you're on a bridge that doesn't touch the ground, and you know, if you don't like it, complain to management, which
will laugh at you and dock your pay. So.
yeah, we'll laugh at you, dock your pay, and ask you if you need a real man to drive the railroad instead of you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see. How do I adjust the thing? I'm trying to build a stupid thing.
Okay.
A construction grid.
You're building a truss bridge or something?
I'm building a big truss bridge because I realized that either I'd have a big semicircular steel bridge that would go backwards to get back on this hill because I kind of hit like a horned point of hill. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotcha.
And so I decided that it would be easier to just truss bridge across, and then we could have the big truss bridge that has all the different colors.
That's cool.
So yeah, so we're doing that.
I haven't done any truss bridges yet, but I'm still like going down constantly at 2%. So I'm trying to
It's a
just
very colorful rainbow of bridge stuff here.
All right.
Although I think I'm gonna stop with that bridge now that I'm across the river because I do need to kind of keep the grade going because I'm worried that I'm gonna end up being just nowhere near the right height.
You're still nothing above 2%, right? Like you're still just
everything's 2% or less for sure.
Yeah, okay. This is crazy. From where I'm standing here, I can actually see like all the way up to the waterfall. I can see my bridge that goes across the waterfall. I can even see the track way over by the coal mine. Like I can see the fact that we're on essentially a massive like 2-kilometer radius curve that's built of like, you know, a bunch of different 100-meter sections. You know what I mean? Like this is like, I can see the coal mine like directly across the valley from me. And it'll be really cool if we're hauling the mail up this max speed, like, because you're just going to see the coal mine for so long, and yet you have to go all the way around to get to it, you know?
Right.
The joys of trains.
It is a cool valley. The joys, the excitement of trains. I'm gonna have. Oh man, do I have a smidge section of 3%, or do I have
can't.
an 80-meter turn?
Has to be 2% or less. 2% or less.
Okay.
Gotta go back. Gotta go back and
go
fix that. 2% 100-meter turns. Gotta go fix it.
Okay, I'm gonna go delete this chunk of bridge because I guessed on the radius and
yep. No, you gotta
trying to make it pretty, man.
Because last time when we were driving and you were full sending it, and then we hit that 60-meter turn, that was it. Everything derailed. So we need to have.
We need to be able to full send it.
Yeah, we need to full send it and not
All right.
derail. So I feel like 100 meters is like the minimum to get that result.
All right, I can live with that.
I have the issue where I can't get back up on the bridge because I can't go underneath the wooden trusses because for some reason they're like not hollow, you know? So I have to
yeah,
like climb up the mountain to get onto the bridge. It's fine.
I get what you mean.
I don't use a lot of wood bridges. Usually I use steel because they've got such a longer foundation, so it's just easier to place. But this time I was like, you know what? I can do some wood bridges because I'm actually I'm like too high for fill, but I'm like too short for a steel bridge to look proper, so a lot of that
wood bridge it is. Yeah.
Default wood bridge style. I'm assuming back in the day they would use wood bridges for everything until they didn't have to because it's cheap.
Yeah, wood bridges were the standard for a long time. So
right, and wood bridges are just way cheaper to build than steel. So
yeah,
I'm almost on my final spline here. I'm at the river, Hyce. I've made it to the river. I've got this wicked, massive, 200 meter, 180 meter curved wooden bridge coming down here.
Okay.
And it pretty much puts me down to the river. Of course, I'm gonna have to delete all the trees.
Are you down at the height of the river?
Yeah, pretty much. How far away? We're not that far away from each other.
Oh, I may have made a goof then.
Why'd you goof?
Because I'm up above the river where I'm at right now.
Yeah, but the river keeps climbing from where you are to me.
Does it? Okay. Because
think.
I have no idea what height I need to end up at.
Yeah,
well, we're
I'm
almost
down
to the point where we're gonna see each other. So like,
yeah, I'm at the river now, so I'm gonna stop here then and like wait until you get. I'll come over to you and see we'll do some height mapping and try and figure this out.
So let's see if we can figure it out. Yeah, probably a good idea.
If I'm at the river height now, it's probably like a good spot. This is a beautiful curve here coming down, so I don't really want to move it. I could go up if I have to.
You're still so far away.
That's what I'm thinking. I think there's still a climb from where you are to I am.
I don't know, man. I've been doing 2% decently solid the whole way along here, so.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Find out. Mine's a 2% down for sure. Come on, tree. Don't make me delete this whole spline to get rid of this tree. No, come on. Be nice. There's literally only one tree that's not quite. Oh, no, there's two.
Why did it have to be trees?
Oh, come on. It sucks. I love the wooden bridges, but I hate the fact that you can't delete the trees.
Right.
It's almost like you need to place a steel bridge first, and then delete all the stuff.
Where the thing's going to be. And
yeah,
then
delete all the stuff underneath it, and then go back. Where are you? Oh, you're like up there.
I'm
Are you on that plateau on the right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're way higher up than me, bro.
Oh, really?
Oh man, if you're up on this plateau, then you're like, I thought like when you said fall the river, I thought you were gonna be down in the river.
Well, yeah, but then it was never climbing at all. So.
Right, but that's okay, because I come down at 2%.
Well,
if you're on this plateau, then I have to do some major restructuring.
Let's figure out where we're at. Let me build an inspection bridge.
An inspection. I'm gonna see if I can figure out where you're at. I'm trying to look for you. I can see.
I can't link this. Okay. Of course I can't. So
where the heck are you? You're on that plateau over there. Is that right? Like,
can you see this bridge that I just built?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep walking. I'm looking up the valley. Like, I'm down at the river height. So I think you might have gone up too high.
Well, that's a bummer.
That is a bummer. Which means either I have to bring mine back and then keep it high up, or we got to bring yours down closer to the river.
Do you see?
I'm looking. There's a berm here, so there's a spot here that goes down, a ramp down. So this goes down and it goes down again, like the river slopes downwards. So maybe if you're above the river there.
I'm not as high of the plateau. Like, I don't think I'm at the plateau you could have seen.
Oh, I see you. I see your bridges. Oh, right. You might be close. Don't go any higher.
Okay.
You might be actually okay at the 0%. Like, if you 0% from there. I can see your bridge now, yeah. Because, like, there is a little bit of a lip here that goes up a little bit more. So we'll see how close you come to clear that. And then go from there. But yeah, you built up like that's crazy. You were 2% climbing, and that's where you ended up.
I started the 2% super late too. Like, wow. I left it as flat for a long time.
There's like a little raised plateau here. It looks like the iron mine run.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. So like I hit this, and I was like, oh, this is probably where I'm supposed to be.
Oh yeah, just keep along this flat. I think it will be okay. This is neat. This is literally the iron mine run. I see your switch now with your passing track. I see that. I'm right at the end of it.
Oh, cool.
Hello. Where are you? I don't. Oh.
I just finished the second track of the passing track.
Oh, I see. Perfect. Oh, I see. Bigger trees. Yeah, this is cool. How big is your Oh, it's not that big.
It's not huge, but it's not small. It'll be enough to put a small train in the hole. So.
It won't be enough for our big 40 car monsters, but that's okay. Holy cow, you're just making pulp and paper.
Yeah, man. We need firewood from the engines, you know? Everything burned wood in this game, don't you know?
We bring in the coal burner, though.
Oh, well, we'll just compress it really hard, and then
that'll work.
That'll work, right?
What happens if you try and put like charcoal into a?
We've fired up one of the engines on charcoal before.
But charcoal is like a slow burn, low temp fuel source, right?
Yeah,
like,
you wouldn't want to run around the railroad with it, but we fired up. I think 20. Dusty said he fired up with charcoal the one time, and it's just like, this works really well.
That's interesting.
We didn't have any wood at the time, or not enough firewood to actually make it happen. And you can't really start with coal, but the charcoal seemed to work apparently.
I'm building like one of these pile bridges, the piling ones, just to
okay,
because we are still like
spice it up
above. Well, we're above the ground a lot.
Oh, I see you now. I see where your old track is. Oh no, dude, we're like, honestly, I think we need to keep the climb going a little bit.
Okay.
I'll have to see. I've cut trees down to where your bridge was.
Yeah, I just got to get back up on the bridge to lay this next chunk of it. This piling bridge is cool.
I like it. Pile truss.
This would be the kind of bridge you would build if this was a floodplain.
Probably. I'm not a civil engineer.
You would, because then you'd keep the bridge above the floodplain height so that no matter what, when it floods, you know, the water doesn't affect your bridge. Have you seen the bridges in like the northern Arctic areas of the world, like in Tibet and stuff, where they have to build it up on these trusses, even though it's on ice, because the ice sheet, like the permafrost, will shift, you know? So they have to pretend like the whole thing is built on basically water, even though it's not.
Weird.
Yeah, it's cool. I watched some documentaries once about it. I was like, man, there are some big brain people out there.
Super rad.
Dude, we're like...
It's gonna be so close, man.
We're like at the height, almost.
Just stupid lucky, apparently, maybe. Let's see.
The only pain in the butt with this is, oh my god, Hyce?
Did your game just crash?
Hyce, I'm gonna need you to go on without me.
Are you welded into a bridge?
Yo, come check. Look, take a look.
Yeah, let me see.
I am in a cage of.
Oh.
I've been trapped. I can't jump out. Can you put down a telegraph station, please?
Oh, you can't. Oh, you. Okay, that's.
I'm actually stuck. I can't jump out of this, even though
that is hilarious.
Yeah, I can't.
This is the I Saved Khan Memorial Telegraph Office.
Yeah, please, thank you. Oh my goodness, that's ridiculous. I'm literally stuck inside the truss that I just placed. Am I still? No, I'm okay, so I am slightly below it when I get here, maybe like 2 feet. So if I connect this, it should auto spline this up. Look at that. Boom. Done. So this last piece has a very slight, maybe 0.5% grade or less, you know? Alright, calm down, I'm coming.
We got places to be, Con.
Alright, high ball!
Go, train, go.
Oh my god. I can open and close the sander from clicking on the rod out here.
That's entertaining. And, I'm loving the link sounds as I blitz by the yard full of
that's right.
train cars that are just...
Ding, ding, yeah, there's still... I don't know what it is with this engine. Like this version of the update. The UE5 update last time didn't have it, but the trains definitely kind of jitter a little bit more going down the track.
Yeah, the train of cordwood cars just exploded right in front of me, and one landed on the track in front of us, but then it teleported back, so...
Yeah, no, it seems like fine. It's some weird jittering, like even on the host end, where you're as you drive forward, it jitters, it pulls back a little bit. I don't know what the deal is with that.
That's, it's strange. I'm not sure what's going on there.
As long as this is all working towards getting full speed on every engine, I'm okay with it.
Yep, agreed. Because
we just need full speed on every engine.
Speedy boys.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we laid a beautiful, casual, you know, 2% 100-meter curve track. We should be able to full speed it all the way to the coal mine. And then what we got to do is see, no, well, not only, number one, we're going to get more loads up that track because it's so shallow, we can pull big, heavy trains. So that's like a huge advantage. But then we should really see like how much faster you can go up that mine at full speed versus if you're doing the 10% and chugging.
Oh, you're telling me we're gonna have to have another race then, Con, huh?
Yeah, but we got to figure out the load situation because I think the advantage of the long track is that you can carry 40 cars.
Big, heavy, long train. Yeah.
Right. Whereas the 10% track is really just stupid.
It really is. It's beautifully stupid, but it is.
Yeah, I would replace it with a tunnel
stupid.
if we had a tunnel. I would just tunnel through that and call it a day.
Bore
would be
right
sick.
through the side of that mountain.
I think we have to flick a switch at some point coming up.
Yeah, not this one. It's the smelter one.
The next
so.
one? Alright. Have you, I guess you're not allowed to ride on this part of the train while the train's moving?
I mean, if you have to go out there, you have to go out there, but I've never had to go out there while the train's moving.
What would you possibly be doing out here while the train's...
If you were out on the road and, like, your sanders were having trouble feeding, you could go out and stir the sand. Or you could have, like, something like... If you had to shut off the check
so you would
valve,
come out here, walk out here, while the train's moving on the road, presumably holding onto this, like, bar on the
handrail,
side of the boiler.
Yeah.
And then you jump up on top of here, open the sand, stir it, and then close the sand and walk back in.
Yeah, there's a video of somewhere, I don't know what part of the world it is, but the train crew doing that on a steam engine, which is like, oh, that'd be terrifying. But more likely would be if you had a check valve into the boiler, where the water goes in right next to your feet. You have one of those stick open, you'd have to go out and shut it manually. A lot of the check valves have shut-offs right at the check valve itself, so you might
like
have
just
to
a
do
hand
that,
valve
but...
next to the check valve?
Right, or as a part of the check valve.
Oh,
but
okay.
for us, like, we're running at a museum, a half-mile of track. Like, we can always just stop and fix whatever we need to fix. So.
Yeah, fair.
Because sometimes, like, when the checks
So these
get
were
a
like
little bit
these
more
were
worn
those
in,
kind of
they do
things
that.
where you got to go fix something and you don't want to have to stop a whole 200,000-pound train or 500,000-pound train or whatever. So you just want to keep your momentum going, but so they might slow down a bit, but they'll still keep the momentum up.
Here comes the switch.
Yes, I gotta yeet this. Remember,
I'm
don't
gonna
get
ease
out
it
of the
through here, 'cause
cab because that's bad.
This is the scary
The scary turn.
sharp
Yeah, you
part
gotta
of the
go
curve,
slow
yeah.
for this. This is the only turn that you have to go slow on this whole line, simply because it's we gotta move that telegraph shed at some point. We're gonna hit it, but anyway.
It's fine.
Yeah, and then as soon as you're around this curve, which you just full sent anyway, but
Well, I mean, acceleration, man.
truss
okay?
bridge, perfect. And now we're on to now we're climbing still. We're 2% up.
Right. 2% up from
It's
here.
hard to believe that like the coal mine is so much higher up than where we are right now.
It really is. Get this. Look at how cool this alignment is.
Yeah.
I love looking down at the smelter and seeing all that. It's awesome.
Yeah, and like we're gonna climb here, and then we're gonna go to 0%, and then we're gonna climb back up more, and then go to 0, and then climb more.
So
like
the funny thing that it worked out is that the passing tracks are on either side of the grade. So you're up on the 2%. We get to this passing track.
Oh,
and
right.
It'll be flat after the passing track until it picks up, and then when we get to the other passing track is when we flattened out again.
Yeah, and then we could have built a passing track on the huge piling bridge, but that's whatever.
Yeah, that'd be.
Oh, this is a long passing track.
This is a long one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one's good. You could pass a lot of stuff. Still probably not 40 cars, but
Yeah, probably not, but like, you had a shorter train in the hole or something, the coal, and then you got a big train of raw materials coming up. You can have one guy go in the hole and the other guy passes. You don't have to stash the big train.
honestly, we could make a whole passing yard there and put like 4 or 5 lines.
We probably could. I mean, there's probably no reason to do that, but we could.
Yeah, we could in case you needed to pass like big trains to just split them. Oh, this is nice. I love the. Oh, is this the multicolored truss bridge?
This is the first multicolor one. This is only
cool.
3.
There's no way these truss bridges would hold together. By the way, just saying. You need
Absolutely not.
Need some supports in between the triangles there, but like a couple of brick pillars going into the water.
Right, something like that.
Yeah, that's cool though. I like that. Looks neat.
Yeah, we're still on flat, and then I think it's right before this next bridge is when we start picking up on the 2% again.
Dude, we are just like hauling.
just cooking. I think it's 29 mile an hour this thing does. So
Yeah, we're doing great.
Just
I feel like this is a 40 mile an
scooting.
hour track though. We could probably go faster and not have issues.
right.
This is
It
nice.
still feels slow when you're not scared.
Yeah. There's okay, there's that. Nice. This is cool. Right up, flush against the mountain here with the fill.
Yeah, tried to be nice and tight.
Fill
I mean, it
police,
uses the
fill
big fill,
police.
but-
You're off the ground. We're gonna have to. Put
Is
more
it floating
fill
down there?
I think
We'll
it's floating
fix
down
that.
there a little bit.
You
Yeah.
can just add another piece of fill. I wish you had one that was like flat and then it was sloped off steeper on the other side so that you could make it look nicer around the curves.
I wish it was just infinite.
Yeah.
Like it would just go forever.
Oh, that would be nice too.
Like it would just stretch automatically down to the
Here's-
ground. You know.
here's
This
the
one I
big
think we'll probably have to
multicolor
clean this
boy.
fill up again, but that's cool. This is sick. This is so cool. I mean, yeah, you definitely have like a concrete pillar in between each truss because you know physics. They would all just fold in on each other right there.
Right. This is not Bridge It or whatever
Yeah,
the bridge constructor game is called.
Poly Bridge or whatever. Yeah,
Poly Bridge. Yeah, I think that's the
Yeah.
most famous one. Yeah.
I like this track though. This alignment's sick.
It's fun trying to wander around, keep to the mountains the best I could, which is
Right.
kind of hard. And then I got to this point. And it's another horn, and it's like, okay, well, I could try and do a super sharp, crazy turnback bridge.
Now
where I'll
you
just
cross.
it,
You just,
and
yeah,
then
you
it's
cross.
like, I'll just cross it
Yeah,
again.
you can
and,
see the nice river down below.
yeah,
Another
it's,
wooden bridge up there. Wonderful.
That's cool.
This is a nice valley. It's too bad there aren't other industries along this valley.
Yeah, there really needs to be something else to do over here.
Yeah, you could easily have an
gives
industry
this
like
whole valley
halfway, like
purpose.
right where we are now, halfway up the valley, and it could
Yeah,
be
something new.
You have the oil field, ironworks, and refinery all right next to each other there, like in a field basically, and then
Right.
you've got nothing over here. Like they could have put the refinery over here even, so you have to get the oil all the way from the oil
Right.
field way out to here, right? That would have
made it super challenging and fun operationally. Yeah,
or the oil field out here, the refinery back there, vice versa, right?
right.
Either way, it would have been, yeah. Because it's such a beautiful valley, but honestly, like, you know, we played the whole game so far without even touching this, because, like, why'd we have
Right,
to? We
you
just
don't
went over the
have
mountain
to
coal mine.
unless you want to do just this. But even then, I've made it 2% of the coal mine without using this valley before. I mean,
Yeah,
it
you
makes
went
for a
over
long
the iron
track,
mine still.
but yeah,
Yeah, this is nice. It's a nice valley, though. And the cool thing is, like, we're not even, like, we're still in this valley, and then we're going around this hill. We got to go around that next outcropping still.
right.
Now
I
we're
haven't
on
seen
the
this
super
part of the
flat
alignment.
pile
This is,
bridge, though.
Yeah, this is the last thing we built. Once we get off this pile bridge, I don't know what you did. So I
Yeah,
didn't
well,
get
then
to
we're on
see
the
all your
2% climb.
shenanigans.
I didn't make any truss bridges because nothing is flat.
Right.
It's all graded. So I do love this truss bridge. So this is cool. This kind of, to me, it feels like this is a floodplain, and like this would flood, and
Right.
all the
Yeah,
grass
just build-
below us
build
would
the bridge.
disappear.
Call it a day.
Yeah, you just bridge the whole thing, and that way when the river floods in the spring, you're like, yeah, whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, and that's definitely a concern building up against the river like that. I know the Durango and Silverton deals with all kinds of fun in the late spring, right before they start operating, where there's washouts and slides
Yeah.
and all sorts of fun stuff like that. Okay, so the coal mine's across from
It's
us.
across
up
from
there,
us on the right, and we're gonna go all the way around the rim
Oh,
once.
this is cool. We're
It's
just
so
gonna
you can
just do
see the
pocket
whole
back
track
here.
from this perspective. You can literally see every piece of track that we're gonna run on. Like they're all
That's
kind of
actually
hidden
really
in the
cool.
trees, but yeah, it's like a.
I really
300
like that.
It's a 360-degree ring around the whole valley. It's kind of neat. And we're on
This
we're
is
on a
really-
2% climb now the whole time, so this is just 2% until we get there, pretty much.
This is super cool. This is like really, really narrow gaugey feely. Like there are so many spots on the Cumbres and Toltec, particularly, which is another chunk of the Rio Grande that still exists. 64-mile railroad, South Colorado, northern New Mexico, where you're going around and it's just exactly this. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna be over there next, or we
Yeah.
came from there. Like, super cool.
All right, time to find out if the waterfall mist kills us.
I guess we'll find out.
It's pretty close. I don't know if we're actually in the mist or not, but like it's close.
I think we're okay. I think we're
I
far
think it's
enough
fine.
away.
I don't think we're. Watch it just get
Yeah, we
yeeted.
snaked
Just-
right past it.
That's cool though. Once
neat.
again, you'd never build a bridge that close, but anyway,
Yeah, you know, it's fine.
that would be the worst corrosion you'd ever have to deal with.
Why'd you make the truss bridge entirely out of stainless?
Yeah.
Well,
You know. then we just keep climbing. We're climbing. Here it shallows a little bit because, you know, we're coming into the coal mine and the elevation, we had to clear that crest there. And now this is pretty much just the lead track all the way back up to the coal mine. Look at that. We're gonna come flying in here. So now the only issue is if we're using, like, this was the track that we used to shunt around the coal mine, to switch.
It's now the main.
It's now the main.
So
but, like, I mean, you know, you're just gonna foul the main to do your switching. Oh, we're going hammered into the Y.
we're just using the brakes. It's fine.
Yeah. Is there's no, like, you know, obviously on this one's got 2 blind drivers, 2 non-blind. You need at least 2 flanged axles in order to stay on the track. But, like, if you have an 8-wheeled driver, do they have a certain restriction on the number that need to be flanged and that aren't, or do they care? Or was it just like...
I mean, you really don't want to have blind drivers unless you absolutely have to have them.
Right.
Is basically the reality of it. Because with this engine still, all that's keeping you on the track are the first 2 axles. So if you're going around this crazy bridge and you'd put the first 2 axles in the dirt, you were going to kiss the valley. Like, there's nothing else holding you on. But if you had more flanges, you have more chances. So as few blind axles as possible. The most I've ever heard of is 3.
Isn't it kind of like, though, if your one drive axle goes off, like, the rest are just going to follow no matter what? I mean, they're not exactly...
Not necessarily. It depends on how it wedges itself and stuff, and it's a lot easier to crab a flange against something than it is otherwise, so...
This is a spicy corner, by the way, with...
That's fine. Yeah, I'm
feel
still
that? That was
it,
a little...
A little picante. It's fine.
Yeah. The cool thing is we're here, and we just came on that mountain way over there at the bottom of the valley. We were just down there coming up
That's
the 2%.
right, we were.
That's where it comes
cool.
up. Oh, we're going the right way. Perfect. I don't want to go down.
This is really the true summit of our railroad is.
Yeah, this point.
This
we should
top
have.
of the 10%.
I wish we could have a flag, because it's literally at the crest of the 10% is the actual summit, right through that valley.
The top of the entire railroad, highest point.
Yeah. Although we could build a switch here and just build a little, like, 10% line that climbs up to the top of the mountain and run Betsy up it.
That would be fun. Park Betsy on the top of the tallest mountain.
Yeah, we might have to do that at some point in time.
It'd be fun. One of the first things I did in the game was build at the top of the tallest mountain, and that was an enjoyable.
But we'll have to make it like a jank, like proper small gauge, like narrow gauge, absolute jank, you know.
Right.
Middle of the mountain.
Yeah, I did that on the old splines a million years ago. So.
Yeah, laid by hand type railroad, can't go more than 2 mile an hour up it type deal.
Well, with 10%, I mean, in Betsy, you might be.
Yeah.
You might be going that speed and no faster anyway.
This is cool. Then there's all this alignment.
Right. God, with the atmospheric haze that they added with UE5.
Yeah,
really
it looks so much better in UE5.
Super cool.
Yeah, I will give it that. UE5 looks so much better than UE4.
They did do a thing, and I'm interested to see how you change it, because my performance was never that bad in UE5. They made it by default that it goes to DirectX 11 instead of 12 now.
Okay.
To allow for more people and more systems to be able to play the game. Because a lot of people that don't have cards that could support DirectX 12.
Yeah, isn't it like 30 series or 12s? And like NVIDIA 30 series cards are like the AMD equivalent to that. It's like the 12th generation.
So you had to have that in order to do it. And so now it's more accessible, but for people with a little bit higher end hardware or mid-high end hardware, like, it doesn't look quite as good as it once did. So I'm kind of interested in changing my DirectX back to 12. I think that's probably a Steam launch setting or something, though.
I'll have to check. I don't know what I'm in, to be honest, right now.
By default, it should be 11. It'll be
11?
Now, unless you changed it otherwise.
Oh, okay, yeah, then I'll have to change it back. Dude, this is sick. This is cool. Now we have another line to the coal mine. It's great. More operations to be done.
Right.
Next episode, I think...
Run a big train
over
over
How much money
it.
do you have, by the way? Is that a possible?
I mean, let me set a brake, and I'm going to press a button. My game did not crash, so there's
good.
that.
That's good.
I have $2,033.
Okay, I have $200. So I think, like, the stake flats are the cars that handle both the beams and the rails.
Yeah, so we could buy a whole mess more of those.
Just buy as many stake flats as we can afford, really.
I should be able to get 8 of those, and then we would have 23, I think.
Yeah, or something like that. And then we should just honestly load them all up with beams and rails.
And just run it. Yeah.
Just run it all the way up that 2% line. Because, like, I feel like we could highball it super quick. Oh my god, we're gonna die.
No, it's fine.
Oh my, dude, this thing
worry
shakes
about
on
it.
these tighter corners. It's pretty. Like,
It-
this is
it
not the
definitely
100-meter
does.
radius line, you know?
This is not. This is the spicy one.
Yeah. This is the 6.5%. Why did we build this rail?
Yeah. This really is.
Yeah.
You know, the funny thing is though, I'm pretty sure it took us the same amount of time to build the 6.5 as it did.
We're
for us
dead.
To, oh,
we're
good
so
God.
dead. We're so. Remember when you were
Binned.
talking about the blind driver thing? We're dead.
Yeah. We had that.
Well,
Um.
by rule of
yeah.
the episode, this has to sit here. We have to go get our MOW train
Right.
and bring it back.
Where are my keys? Keys in the dirt. See y'all next time. Thanks
Yeah.
for watching, everybody. Day shift.
We have to
or
walk.
night shift.
We
or
have to walk,
Somebody
dude.
will come clean this up, and we're gonna go play in the sand.